In Yako, being well-rounded decides the destiny of women. But what happens when beauty becomes a curse? A single session can change everything. A single mistake can cost everything. Welcome to the realm where perfection is a trap. In Yako, an ancient village set between red dust and the songs of the wind, only one thing decided the destiny of women: their bodies. Here the silhouette was not just an aesthetic detail. She was status, inheritance, power. From dawn, women gathered in shady courtyards or under centenary trees. They applied oils, herbal creams, did massages, exercises, everything to shape chest, waist, hips, and buttocks with an almost religious rigor. Every gesture was a ritual, each recipe a secret jealously transmitted. In Yako, we did not ask, "What can you do?" But, "How far does your body harmonize?" Because an ancient tradition ruled the village, the future queen would be the one whose body embodied absolute perfection. Rachita, the obvious Rachita, had done nothing to deserve her body. It was given to him by birth. Generous chest, thin waist, harmonious hips and buttocks. A direct inheritance from his mother, once admired, now respected. When Rachita walked in the village, the conversations were interrupted. The eyes followed each of his steps. No one doubted. She was the favorite. But in Yako, being first also meant being observed, compared, coveted, and sometimes threatened. Latifa came right after Rachita, always. His body was almost as perfect, almost as harmonious. This almost gnawed at her. Every morning she measured herself. Every night she appeared. Every compliment made to Rashida became a silent wound. Latifa didn't want to be second. She could no longer stand to be the one we admire without ever choosing. Jealousy at home did not scream. She whispered. And this whisper gradually turned into obsession. Jennifer was different. Modest chest and buttocks, simple silhouette, an assumed choice but misunderstood. We laughed at her. We felt sorry for her. It was discreetly excluded. Jennifer watched without anger. She saw women running after an invisible crown, ready to sacrifice their inner peace to be validated. She had understood a truth that the village refused to hear. A society that reduces the value of a woman to her body is a fragile society. But in Yako, thinking like that was dangerous. One morning, everything changed. A stranger entered the village. Silent, elegant, insured. His name, Coco. She opened a living room in the heart of Yako. A different place, too modern, too perfect. Coco wasn't talking about patience. She was talking about results. Why wait years when perfection can be revealed in a single session? His words spread like a fiery rumor. Some were afraid, others doubted. But Jamila listened. For the first time, a door seemed to open, a door to the first place, towards total recognition. That day, without knowing it, the village of Yako had just crossed a point of no return. Because when a people confuses beauty with value, only one promise is enough to make a whole world falter. The temptation had just entered Yako. Coco's living room quickly became the center of all attention. The women crowded, each hoping that Coco's magic would transform her body. Some were whispering in fear. And what if it was dangerous? Others, carried away by envy, replied, and what if it was our chance? Even the elders, guardians of traditions, felt a shiver of concern. Because in Yako, any novelty was suspicious, especially when it touched what was considered sacred. Jamila walks through Coco's door with a mixture of fear and hope. The session lasted a few hours. Coco put her hands with precision, whispered mysterious words, and applied potions whose composition Latifa did not know. When Jamila looked at herself in the mirror, she didn't believe her eyes. His body seemed perfect, more harmonious, more seductive. She felt invincible, and for the first time she thought, maybe I'm finally in front of Rashida, finally the first. The other girls, intrigued and jealous, began to follow Jamila's example. But in the air floated an invisible tension, a concern that no one dared to name. Jennifer, true to herself, stayed away. She observed, reflected, and felt that this magic was not trivial. 4 days later, Jamila's miracle turned into a nightmare. When she woke up, she saw herself in the mirror, and what she saw paralyzed her. Her body had deformed, The shapes that made her envied had disappeared or altered. And behind her in the shadow of the living room, Coco sketched a mysterious smile, a smile that said everything except innocence. The entire village began to feel the thrill of danger. Some hesitated to enter Coco's house. Others regretted having given in to envy. And Rachita remained the most observed. She felt the gaze of others on her, but for the first time this look was no longer only of admiration. And if I also lose my beauty? Even tradition, the system that had guided them for generations, was vacillating. Thus ended the first part of this story. The village was at a crossroads. Beauty, once a symbol of power, became a source of fear. Coco's temptation had already struck the first victim, and a question was now burning in everyone's mind. Who will dare to challenge Coco next? In Yako, the price of beauty had just been revealed, but the worst was yet to come. Like and subscribe so you don't miss part 2.